Hi, and welcome to Faculty of Applied and Human Sciences, SMP 20203, International Business Management, Semester 1, 2021/2022, Group Assignment, Company Name Sime Darby Berhad, prepare for Dr. Muhammad Faisal Hamidi. Introduction. We have chosen Sime Darby as our company of study, as Sime Darby has a rich history and was founded right in Malaysia. Sime Darby is Malaysia's largest conglomerate and one of the largest in Southeast Asia as well. Throughout the years, Sime Darby has indulged in all kinds of activities such as plantation, tire manufacturing, heavy equipments, motor vehicle distribution, property development, and also engineering services. As an international business manager, we are looking into strategies to expand our company into a new market abroad. It is vital to have a good entering strategy as it is vital to stand out among all the pre-existing companies that has similar products to ours. Company background. Sime Darby was founded in 1910 by two European business partners, William Sime and Henry Darby, hence the name Sime Darby. Sime Darby initially faced many opposition from the locals. However, later on, Tun Tan Chen Lok was brought into the company in order to help Sime Darby procure about 50 acres of labor plantation. In the 1920s, Sime Darby purchased a Sarawak trading company, which is the first step into stepping in the world of heavy equipment business. Sime Darby really took it off in 1978 when it became a big player in the global insurance industry by boosting its activities relating to heavy equipments and vehicle manufacturing after the involvement of Tun Ahmad Yahaya and Tun Ismail as their chairman. Sime Darby really started flourishing in the automotive industry in the early 2000s when Sime Darby in New Zealand invested in the truck industry revolving around distribution of Mack, Reynolds and Hino brand. And in the 2010, Sime Darby started venturing into luxury vehicles, procuring Lamborghini, Porsche, Jaguar and Range Rover. Rubber industry. It was believed that the first ever rubber plant seeding was brought into Malaysia by Henry Nicholas Riley. Rubber became a massive trade in the first decade of the 20th century as the demand was high, resulting from the spectacular upsurge of demand from the US automobile industry, which was related to the industry of rubber tires. By the 1930s, Malaysia had become one of the world's largest natural rubber exporters. However, in the 1980s, with the creation of synthetic material, synthetic rubber, rubber demand has decreased significantly. However, there are still slight demand for other natural rubber needed products.
My name is Roshni and I'm going to continue with the company analysis. We have gathered information through secondary data such as websites, publication, online newspapers, annual reports, and online blogs. We were able to assess and analyze Sime Darby's Berhad's overall performance through this approach. As previously mentioned, Sime Darby Berhad is a multi-industry corporation that offers products and services in areas such as rubber, oil plantation, medical, manufacturing, and so on. Sime Darby's financial performance has been great for the previous 5 years, and it has risen even more in the last 2 years, which are for 2020 and 2021. Despite the fact that they were dealing with the COVID-19 epidemic, their new venture in China's automotive sector is the key reason for their strong financial success. Next is the company's SWOT analysis. First, let me explain the weakness and the threats faced by Sime Darby first. Currently, there are lawsuits regarding the fire that caused air pollution that recently happened in Indonesia and the frequently changing political and environmental elements due to the COVID 19 pandemic might challenge their marketing and economic performance as well. Sime Darby's primary strength is their brand image. With such reputation, the corporation is more than capable of entering any new market in any global regions and emerging with greater initiatives to tackle their concerns than opportunities. Sime Darby will be able to succeed in automotive industry and in their expanded oil production if they take extra advantage of these prospects as well. Next is the industry analysis on Sime Darby Berhad. As everyone knows, Sime Darby is in a conglomerated industry. Sime Darby's performance in the conglomerate business has been growing to date, and it has also been recognized as one of the industry's most performed organizations by American Malaysian Chamber of Commerce and MSWG Asian Corporate Governance. By being in a conglomerate industry, Sam Darby has the benefit of being a successful conglomerate with a record of high sustained profits growth by acquiring firms with lower rated securities than its own. For example, Sime Darby has recently obtained Salmon Australia Company to expand its rental business and to diversify into civil construction industry. Furthermore, globalization is seen in Sime Darby Berhad's growth into overseas markets such as Hong Kong, Singapore, the Philippines, and Australia. Sime Darby has expanded into new markets overseas for the facilitation of product export, particularly to other emerging nations such as those stated above, and take advantage of the potential presented to reduce risk of its own. Next is shown the model of Potter's five forces for the Sime Darby conglomerate industry. The first is threat of new entrants. Sime Darby, a large Malaysian multinational corporation, which established a high barriers of entry into its conglomerate business. When a new firm tries to break into the conglomerate sector, it invariably fails since it cannot live up to the industry standard and requires a large quantity of money and good cash flow to stay afloat. Second, the buyer's bargaining power. Customers of Sime Darby Berhad are considered strong if they have negotiation leverage, particularly if the sector price is sensitive, since buyers may drive suppliers for additional discounts. Third is the threat of replacement of products and services. Sam Darby would face few threats of products and services from other multinational companies such as Petronas and Berhad, who offers the same products such as oil production. This will happen when Petronas goods and services is comparatively better in terms of prices and quality. Next, rivalry among the existing firms. Sime Darby Berhad's primary competitors are IOI Group, Genting Berhad, and Petronas Sdn Berhad, all of whom operate in the same industry. Therefore, customers who are not loyal to the brand will cause competition and will switch to a different product. Lastly, supplier bargaining power. Sime Darby has more influence than its suppliers. It is more difficult for suppliers to negotiate a lower price with Sime Darby while allowing the firm to preserve the quantity and quality of their products and services at the same time. Thank you.
Good day to everyone and Dr. Faisal. I'm Lim Keming. Here comes the strategy of trade financing that we are suggested for Sime Darby to enter a new market. Sime Darby, as a leading MNC in the world, a flexible export or import financing method is crucial to suit any potential business partner's own preferable transaction method. By the way, international trade poses risks to both exporter and importer. Hence, in these sections, I will discuss about several options for Sime Darby to enter a new market by taking the advantage through trade financing and reduce its risk exposure at the same time. advance payment, documentary collection, letter of credit are the strategies that will be suggested and discussed for Sime Darby to be reviewed. Chiefly, Sime Darby as a major exporter in business will completely has the advantage as advance payment is a money paid by importer to an exporter before the shipment. However, this transaction usually occurs in little amount, importer unable to acquire credit due to trustworthiness with banks, or both entities are acquainted with each other. This alternative is suitable for Sime Darby in its healthcare business as it is still new compared to its automotive and industrial sector. The small amount exportation will make Sime Darby increase its effectiveness in exporting its assets to the target market. Besides, this method can be used to negotiate a better result in reduction of initial cost supply. This will increase the international trade inventory turnover rate. Contrastingly, Sime Darby may face the loss of business to competitors if only provide this option, and the sales will not expand exponentially due to importer is on the higher risk in the trade. Subsequently, documentary collection is one of the attractive ways for Sime Darby to enter a new market. When a bank operates as a middleman in export and import finance without taking any additional risk is called documentary collection. Exporter will be the key role in this option as exporter is required to initiate the process by providing the document to the issuing bank, then ship out the product and followed by forward the process for importer. By using this strategy, the risk exposure for both entities are reduced as no direct transfer happen. The issuing bank charges less fee compared to letter of credit as they do not take any additional risk, but it is still impactful on a mutually acceptable settlement of this transaction. However, that is still risky if Sime Darby's customer refuses or is unable to pay after the products arrive, even though the trustworthy is built before. Apart from that, letter of credit is the most suggested way for Sime Darby to trade international for entry a new market. It is a little bit similar to the documentary collection, but importer is playing the crucial role in this case. The issuing bank will grant letter of credit when importer deposit an amount and initiate terms of sales instead of exporter making the arrangement at first. The responsibility of bank in this case also differs as it gives a more comprehensive security to both exporter and importer by checking all the documents and guarantee the payment. Therefore, Sime Darby's cash flow and operational efficiency will improve as it allows to get cash based on their account receivable. It results in less payment and shipping interruption due to the contractual arrangement. Letter of credit has its disadvantages, as well as due to its rigorous restriction. It makes exporter preparatory work will become more complex. Furthermore, it is cost higher since the issuing bank is taking all the risk and grant. In short, letter of credit is the best way among the other option, but as an MNC to enter a new market, a multi-financing way is provided will be the best choice for Sime Darby to stay competitive in the market.
Hi, my name is Fazina Zulkifli. Before following a new market entry strategy to expand our company, which is Sime Darby, into a new market abroad, our team has identified several strategies which include contractual entry modes. Firstly, of course, we have licensing. As we know, licensing is a mode of contractual entry which is a company that's own integrable property licensor to a licensee the right to use property for a specification period of time. License integrable property titles include patents, copyright, special formula and design, trademarks, and also brand names. For example, if Scientific has licensing for their company, then it will be easier for the company for them to expand the market, which in turn can further expand their market. Referring to Scientific, the company is very emphatic about the use of their copyright to perceive the name and the quality of their company. Second, we have management contract. A management contract stipulates that one company provides management expertise to another company for a specific period of time. Sime Darby, a multinational conglomerate with a strong foothold in Malaysia, as we know, in the plantation, real estate, in the industrial, automotive, and energy industries. So, thirdly, we have franchising. Of course, franchising can be said is a contractual entry mode in which one company, our company, Central supplies another to their franchisee with intangible property and other assistance over an extended period of time. Two, um, like Auto Bavaria that found in 1988, which is Auto Bavaria is a part of Sandovi Auto Bavaria Nuremberg, the largest retail and service organization for BMW Mini and Motor in Malaysia. BMW Premium Centre are located at Selection, Damansara, and Kuala Lumpur, if you are wondering. Lastly, for contractual entry mode, we have turnkey project. Of course, turnkey project can be referred to the expectation that the customer will normally pay a set fee for the project, will do nothing more than turn on the lock to make the facility operational. For example, in Malaysia, their government commissioned two independent consultants of a foreign corporation to develop a new technological system in sector. Each consultant design and technological skills should be incorporated into the system, such as Darby Malaysia was also given a turn project by the Malaysian government for successfully utilizing and developing the country mobile telecommunication system.
Once again, good day to everyone. In these sections, the entry mode that I will recommend is investment entry mode. In these sections, we will discuss about three strategies that are suitable for Sime Darby to enter a new market. They are wholly owned subsidiary, joint venture, and strategic alliance. First of all, Sime Darby should expand the usage of wholly owned subsidiary strategy. At this moment, Sime Darby is having a total of 167 wholly owned subsidiary, mainly located at Southeast Asia country, China, Australia, New Zealand, USA, and a few country of islands as well. Hence, we would like to advise to use this strategy to enter the EV electrical vehicle industry in other Asian countries such as India and China. As we know that EV industry is a potential and current trending in the market. There are two main benefits by using this strategy. The authority over and the subsidiaries' day-to-day operation in the new market is still retained by Sime Darby's executive team, and eventually it will indeed be able to facilitate the operations of all international companies effectively. As a result, having absolute ownership of a wholly owned subsidiary makes this entry option appealing. On the other hand, this alternative raises the business cost of Sime Darby, as its investment should typically be funded through public financial market, which will raise the worry of short-term investor. This is because the short-term revenue and working capital will be affected. Besides, it will be troublesome when having a contradicts business culture within Sime Darby and the target market due to the different background culture and working mode. The second strategy will be joint venture, which a completely entity founded and managed collaboratively by Sime Darby and other autonomous business to achieve a common commercial purpose. By going through this strategy, Sime Darby is able to invest together with the partner by sharing the technology and financial capital for further acquisition in other Asian country or new sector. However, due to the management is shared equally, this agreement among both entities will contribute to the tension. As a result, the joint venture form may become vulnerable and collapse. Furthermore, the sustainability of the joint venture may be harmed by the local authority if its partner is GLC. Thirdly, strategy alliance, which is similar to joint venture but it is different from each partner, may acquire a percentage of the other's equity. To be a key automotive leader in Asia, Sime Darby may form this alliance with world-class car manufacturers such as BMW and Lamborghini to invent Asia's top EV series. Therefore, it reduces the cost and time in invention. At the same time, Sime Darby may obtain access to a partner's distribution channel in a desired market. The risks that may be faced by Sime Darby are similar as joint venture as well. The communication and cross-cultural issue between alliance lead to the breakdown, and it may result in creation of a future local or even worldwide opening as one of the alliance members may access the other's market. So in short, we will recommend expand the wholly owned subsidiary will be the better choice among these options, although it brings up a short-term impact on revenue, but the fruitful result comes in a long vision. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Good day, I'm Lim Pei Jin. Today I want to present about exporting and counter-trade strategy, which is diversified sales, degree of export involvement, and counter-trade. First, diversified sale is a company operate 2 or more product or service at the same time. Thus, to expand new market, Sime Darby can promote the company cooperations to country that has not yet expanded, and also extend new service and sector in country where Sime Darby is exporting, because Sime Darby understood the local culture and know how to display the service and the growth to target. The advantage of diversified sale is increased Sime Darby sales and revenue. It's also explanation, growth, and brand awareness, which Sime Darby able to maintain growth because to the geographical diversity of regional operation. Next, minimizing the risk of loss by ensuring that if one sector performs poorly at one period, another sector performs better will help to reduce loss. The disadvantage is higher launch costs and additional overhead required to meet expanded sales target. Also, it will cause clients become confused that Sime Darby is no longer a leader in the original industry because it's no longer specialized. Next, direct import is adopted by Sime Darby, which establishing subsidiary abroad to handle sales in other countries. Besides, sales representative is used by Sime Darby to generate lead and sales from customer and promote Sime Darby service to customer. In order to enter new market, Sime Darby need to increase sales representative and distributor to better understand the foreign country business model and culture. Avoid unnecessary cross-cultural misunderstanding, also discover potential buyer or importer. Through direct import strategy, Sime Darby can more control over the export process, which directly control pricing, advertising, promotions, and so on. Besides, Sime Darby will be having potential for large earning. Sime Darby can generate bigger profit margin when intermediary earning and commission levied by agency are avoided. Sime Darby also can charge higher price than competitors since they are aware of market condition. Direct import makes Sime Darby need to face larger risks as Sime Darby is solely responsible for all the hazards. Also, the cost of distribution is higher because direct exporting might have a long distribution route. Last, lack of specialization, because Sime Darby is responsible for a variety of operations. Agent under indirect export strategy in Sime Darby can engage in a variety of general trading activity. It can make Sime Darby have a high success rate because agency assists promote business. The obvious disadvantage is will cost Sime Darby more money than doing things on its own. Sime Darby can also enlarge adopt EMC to expand new market to get advantage from doing global market research to building logistics system and managing and training foreign sales team. Also, Sime Darby will retain rigor ownership of its commodities. But Sime Darby may lose control over the direction of export operation if Sime Darby and ENC do not have a clear communication. Next, ETC can provide Sime Darby with foreign government law and regulations, like give information about country copyright law. ETC also can help Sime Darby with other markets communicate more effectively. Besides, ETC can provide information on the various hedging procedures that can be used to mitigate exchange rate risk. The disadvantage is Sime Darby will face lack of operational control because ETC are execute important service for a variety of companies. Sime Darby also go through counter-trade strategy to discover new market like negotiated a barter contract with Mexican company to exchange for cocoa bean. Therefore, Sime Darby can implement a counter-trade strategy which exchange product with less rich country in order to enter new markets. Sime Darby implement counter-trade not only remain competitive in the markets, but also promote items that are difficult to sell with cash. It also helps to break the trade barriers of Western countries and open up market for Sime Darby product. Also, increasing the flexibility and consumers in choosing the price. The main disadvantage is the value proposition can be uncertain, especially when the swap commodities are costly. That's all, thank you.
Rahim, and a very good day to all members. And for the additional strategy, I would like to talk and suggest the strategy to Sime Darby, which is strategy greenfield investment. And this strategy aims to obtain or invest in the foreign direct investment (FDI) in the target country. The word green is similar to the new investment. It is one of the strategies to help enter foreign market. Furthermore, by this strategy, it enables investment company to be able to engage and control day-to-day operating activities. And by the investment, not only put money in the foreign country, but also extend a complete business assistance. Under this strategy, the company is able to open a wholly owned subsidiary in a cross-border economy. And overall preparation, including the production lines and distribution channel, have been made from an early stage. And greenfield investment strategy also extend management and technical assistance along with the capital investment. It is like creating a new collaborations. And for this strategy, there are several proposals for Sime Darby to enter new target market by looking at the advantage and disadvantage that will be proposed and discussed for review by Sime Darby. The advantage by using this greenfield investment strategy has indeed brought a very encouraging result, which can provide a benefits both to the company management, the economic development, and relations between countries. Among the benefits that can be gained from investing in this greenfield project is that investors have complete control over the operations, and there also no intervention from other parties, which facilitates all the process of Sime Darby in formulating the strategy and implementing work based on visions, mission, and achieving objectives as planned. And this greenfield project also opens up opportunities to form marketing partnership and avoid intermediary costs. In addition, the investment in this greenfield project can help develop the brand image of the Sime Darby product not only in Asian country but also in the West. This can help in opening domestic employment opportunities in Malaysia and a foreign country at the same time. And the greenfield investment are also considered a mode that allows company to optimize the size and structure of the jobs and adopt new entities to the parent company technical and economic guide characteristics. Greenfield investment facilities are easy and successful adaptation in foreign market because price and product can be adapted to the existing demand. And with a new firm, the company buys a fully formed group of consumer, suppliers, employees with a knowledge of the local economy or market and a strong position in the market, which help lower the level of the operational risk. The investment result of this greenfield do help in terms of the economic development. Especially nowadays, the demand for heavy machinery and luxury vehicle is a very encouraging and has become an option, especially in the large country that are strong in terms of the economy, demography, culture, and politics. If this greenfield investment is implemented, it is estimated the profit that Sime Darby can earn will be RM281 million for the first quarter, with an increase in sales percentage of 34%. This is due to the demand for the luxury brand vehicle under Sime Darby jumping by 20% in 2020, even though at the time the whole country faced the threat of the COVID-19 epidemic. The increase in sales profit factor by this greenfield project can help in the economic boom and also help in achieving a healthier diplomatic approach where country will unite to gain a profit. The disadvantage by using this strategy where company will need to experience a costly financing approach in the short term. Globally, the challenges stem from the government involvement in financing, pricing, job security market, operational, and patriotism and prejudice. In contrast to the case of the acquisition of the local firm, the capacity to achieve the foreign direct investment of greenfield may be hampered by the insufficient knowledge of functions in the host country, even if the management team have a sufficient experience in the foreign business operation. This investment is also high risk because greenfield investment is a form of the foreign direct investment. It consumes a high cost from the aspect of high potential market entry, which can be barrier to access. To implement this investment, the company also need to go through the pace of the negotiation and all document with the government, because the government also has its system and rules that may prevent foreign direct investment. If the application is approved, the company will still have to incur costs in creating the location of the greenfield and the cost of negotiation with the foreign country. The greenfield investment process involve exploring project abroad, being incorporated planning, direction and coordination that make it very difficult. Therefore, the overall management may not be able to handle effectively. Furthermore, at that time, Darby will also have to experience a very high interest burden as the income of the domestic company was transferred to the foreign subsidiary, where the parent company entirely bore all investment costs. In addition, the weakness in investment in greenfield project will also be related to the government policy. Suppose government policy in the foreign country does not encourage the greenfield investment, it is difficult for investors to enter the foreign country market, because government policy will be the main obstacle in achieving the goal. And if the foreign country that investors are trying to invest in does not implement this greenfield investment policy, will cause all the process that are trying to be implemented to be a full-style strategy and only bring a losers. To sum up the advantage and the disadvantage, actually this strategy is still one of the good strategy that can be used by the Darby, because of the Darby already known as a multinational company and have experience to enter the international market. Well, that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Maidin. For the recommendation part, Darby should employ the trade finance strategy to join the overseas market for the greatest result. Darby has a variety of options for trade finance, including advance payment, documentary collection, and letter of credit. Darby use bank as a middleman in their business, so this is a low-risk strategy. Importer and exporter like Darby may conduct business more conventionally and efficiently by using the trade finance. Darby should have built a strong relationship with the bank in order to shorten their wait time and avoid any additional bank fees. Darby will able to lower their total operating cost as a result of this. Darby should choose an importer from a stable nation. A stable nation like China or India have a less regulation on trade finance, which Darby may use to get greater access to the market. A stable nation have a stable currency, which reduce the danger of the bank approving trade finance between Darby and their importer. Second best strategy that Darby can use in the foreign market is by franchising. The majority of the expenses and hazards associated with establishing international sites are covered by franchisee. With Darby have only the cost of risk associating with equipment, training, and supporting franchisee. Darby, by using franchisee model, may establish a worldwide presence fast and a reliable minimal cost and risk, similar to those McDonald's and KFC. Darby should choose a good reputation franchisor, as a franchisor will offer the best support to the Darby. A group franchisor can lower the cost of Darby operation cost. The advantage of investing in the franchisee is that Darby will be capitalizing in thriving business. A presence of franchise that can demolish proven sales performance with a current franchisee is a positive indicator. Maybe last best alternative to expand the global market is exporting. This is strict reverse approach to testing the international market, since it decreases both risk and capital requirement. Darby may use an export strategy to limit its overseas market activity by engaging into agreement with foreign wholesalers that are expert in importing and managing the world distribution and market function in their respective country or region of the world. Sandabi may profit from the exporting in order to gain expertise and get economic of scale. Because Sandabi has such a high worldwide sales value, it may be conceivable for the corporation to save money by producing the product in central location and exporting to their other countries. In conclusion, Malaysia's biggest collaboration, Sendabi Berhad, is one of the largest in Southeast Asia. Sendabi has active in over 23 countries with Hong Kong, Singapore and Australia. Sendabi engaged a broad variety of operations in a wide range of sectors, such as plantation, tire manufacturing, heavy equipment and motor vehicle distribution. Sendabi's strength helped the organization to achieve its goals in the key that Sendabi can operate more than 120 years. Sendabi managed to take advantage of their opportunity that capitalized on to improve its profitability while establishing customer loyalty and market-based marketing. Sendabi became top company in Malaysia. The good response on Sendabi trade, the weak traits and weaknesses have improved the Sendabi ability to make a good research on their foreign market entry. Sendabi should utilize the advantage of trade financing, franchising and exporting in order for Sendabi to capture a new foreign market. These entry methods are low risk for Sendabi and have a good return for Sendabi in long run. In the same time, Sendabi also can build their image as a good reputation company on international standard.